the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Auburn Tigers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy.
Breaks into the open. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. They'll try to get it through the air. Gonna take a shot. Got it. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And here's the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass. And they can play man and zone, but I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. They're worried about the ground game. You think there's some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Wants to return it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Handoff from the gun. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day. But right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Catch in the middle, it's Lamb. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in.
And they will score! Touchdown, Auburn!
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3's coming soon.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Trying play action. He lost one down the sideline. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the run, it's Pryor. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it to the right here. Cook got enough space, and he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. Trying to march in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The run from the shotgun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Keith. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The short hands, it's Heat. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Shotgun snap on third down. Here's a Heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Gonna run it. It's Pryor. At the 45 on his way. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Gonna look downfield again. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. He wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Lamb. Still running at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Using his legs, it's Tucker. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull 1 or 2 guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense. The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. It's caught. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Puts it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. It's Burns. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's the pressure. That's caught. It's knocked. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll have to punt for the 4th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lamb. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Fires downfield. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harper. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. He's looking to pass. This time on target. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll go to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here. First drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Give to the back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force...
He'll try to... Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. He'll start this drive firing. Working that left side now. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. The 10. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Now with the 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays from this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game? Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough.
Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. You just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D-line.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The inside handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these.
There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes. 30.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And here comes the offense on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Gives it on the option. Oh, what a move. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Fielded in the end zone. It's Westbrook. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on a scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll try the counter. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Turning it on. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. The Tigers are flying down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the returner is brought down, but there is a flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense starts deep in a hole. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll run play action. Under fire.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to...
Oh, he's got some space. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
Caught over the middle. It's West. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. And the returner will be brought down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Fires to the big fella. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Gets it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
Breaks into the open. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Westbrook. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to take a shot. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Will be a turnover on downs.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and